This was the most brutal punishment in ancient Egypt. The condemned would first have their tongue cut out, then be wrapped alive in linen like a mummy and placed inside a coffin. Finally, 666 dung beetles would be poured in before the lid was sealed shut with a specially made lock, and the coffin would be buried deep underground for eternity. The unfortunate soul to suffer this fate was none other than Imhotep, the most powerful and evil sorcerer of ancient Egypt. 3,000 years later, the city of the dead, Imhotep's burial place, was rediscovered. Unaware of the dangers, treasure hunters eagerly dug for its riches. Evelyn, an archaeologist, had come with her friends not for treasure, but to study ancient Egyptian culture. After much effort, both groups managed to open a passage into the city of the dead. What they didn't realize was just how dangerous it was to intrude on the tombs of Egypt's ancient pharaohs. Take the case of one portly man. He found what he thought were countless gemstone-like objects embedded in a stone wall. Thinking he'd struck it rich, he began prying them out with a knife, but as he carried them away, one slipped from his hand into the sand. To his horror, the gem began to move. A scarab beetle burst from its shell and darted straight into his size 12 leather shoe. Moments later, he felt an unbearable itching as the beetle burrowed upward through his body, eventually tunneling through his heart and straight toward his brain. Meanwhile, Evelyn, Connor, and their group stumbled upon a strange sarcophagus with an inscription stating that the person within was unworthy of having their name remembered. They had no idea it belonged to the evil sorcerer Imhotep. Blowing away the sand covering it, Evelyn noticed a peculiar indentation on the surface. It reminded her of a mysterious box she had found earlier. She placed the box into the slot. It fit perfectly. Just as she was about to open the coffin, a blood-curdling scream from the portly man interrupted them. They rushed out to see him running around in a frenzy before smashing himself fatally against a stone wall. Shaken, both groups returned to the surface to rest. Connor later learned that some members of the other party had triggered a trap while prying open another sarcophagus, dissolving into nothing within the tomb. But human greed is not so easily deterred. The next morning, the group in red hats returned to the tomb. From within a stone wall, they retrieved a mysterious box. Strangely, the moment one of them began reading the hieroglyphs inscribed on it, a cold wind swept through the chamber. Several local diggers bolted in terror, and even the most timid of the red-hatted group ran for his life.